Amen.
Thank you so much,
You're
Doctor.
welcome.
All right, we'll move on with the administrative session as everyone continues to fill in. Good morning, everyone. Again, good to see everyone. Welcome to the commission. This is the Tuesday, July 1, 2025 administrative session of the Georgia Public Service Commission. Turning our attention first to the utility consent agenda. Would any commissioner like any item on the consent agenda held or moved to the regular agenda? All right, hearing of no such request, all in favor of approving the items on the consent agenda, say aye.
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 Any opposed? All right. Consent agenda passes unanimously. We'll move on to the regular agenda. Does any commissioner wish for any item to be held? All right, we'll take up the first item on the regular agenda, item R1.
Good morning. Item R1 is docket number 55952. It's Georgia Power Company's 2025 CARES Utility Scale Renewable Request for Proposals. On June 20th, 2025, Georgia Power Company filed the final drafts of the 2025 CARES Utility Scale Renewable Request for Proposals, pro forma energy only, energy with storage, and carbon-free energy around the clock, power purchase agreements, and bill transfer agreement for commission approval. These documents were later amended on June 25th, 2025 to incorporate the use of on-demand performance bonds as an additional form of acceptable eligible collateral for upgrade security. The CARES 2025 RFP seeks to procure renewable energy from approximately 2,000 megawatts of utility scale renewable resources with the earliest anticipated in-service date of 2028, including up to 650 megawatts of renewable energy from carbon-free energy around-the-clock resources. Staff recommends approval of the final draft CARES documents and pro forma PPAs and VTA as amended on June 25th, 2025, and then also amended with a bid due date of August 15th, 2025.
So the August is the new date.
There's a new date, and it has been agreed to by Georgia Power, BIE, and staff. So bids, the RFP will still go out. The bids will be due August 15th, 2025, and that was the request that Mr. Carver had at Energy.
And I think, inclined to hold that, but there's no reason to do that now because we get to that.
No, the RFP will actually be released today, but they will have until August 15th to submit a bid.
Ms. Barber, you've been working on this a while, hadn't you?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you for all.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Any questions? All right, you've heard staff's recommendation on R1. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? R1 passes unanimously. All right, R2. Good morning.
Item R2 is docket number 44280, Georgia Power Company's 2022 rate case. Yesterday, the Georgia One Education Fund submitted a motion to extend the commission's procedural and scheduling order to preserve statutory intervenor rights. Pursuant to Commission Rule 515-2-1.08, a motion for reconsideration for a commission order must be filed within 10 days from the effective date of the order. PSO was filed on May 20th, 2025. Georgia One's motion was submitted on June 30th, 2025. Furthermore, the hearings have ended and the record is closed. Therefore, advisory staff recommends denial of the Georgia One's motion as untimely. Of note, 46-259J states, nothing in this code section shall be construed to prohibit the commission from taking any action prior to the expiration of the 30-day period, during which persons are permitted to file applications for leave to intervene. Additionally, on June 26, 2025, The commission completed its hearing on the stipulation that had been filed by Georgia Power Company and the Public Interest Advocacy Staff on May 19th, 2025. The Georgia Power Association of Manufacturers have also signed it. Advisory staff further recommends adoption of the stipulation as the provisions and terms approved in the stipulation are fair and reasonable, and that the resolution of this matter as provided in the stipulation is appropriate and in the public interest.
As far as the motion, is that something we need to address, or are you saying that it's void?
Just that the recommendation is for it to be denied, essentially that it's void.
I'll agree with that and deny that based on staff's recommendation. All right. Commissioners, any questions?
Mr. Chairman, I have a motion.
Go ahead, Commissioner McDonald.
I move that the commission adopt the stipulation on the condition that Georgia Power agree to lower the top of the earnings band to 11.5%.
Any questions? Again, is there a second? Is there a second? All right. Commissioner McDonald's motion fails due to lack of a second. Move on. Any questions on the item? All right, you've heard staff's recommendation on R2. All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye with disappointment.
Any opposed? All right, R2 passes unanimously.
Mr. Chairman, just a word.
Sure.
Now, our energy system has been the foundation of above average economic growth in the state of Georgia. Since the pandemic, the state of Georgia has seen employment, personal income, the size of our economy all grow faster than the national average. That economic performance would not have been possible without the investments that our ratepayers made in our energy system. And when you pay more for eggs, all you get is eggs. But when you pay more for power, if you're doing it right, the way that we've done it, you get a bigger economy with more prosperity and opportunity for the residents and businesses of our state. Mr. Chairman, we are on the right track in Georgia. Freezing these rates shows that we're listening to ratepayers and we're doing all we can to protect them, but continue to grow this economy in this state with the reserve margins that we have, keeping us from doing what Duke, Carolina and others are doing and scaring people from using power. We've got to continue this course of action, and I'm very proud to have voted to freeze these rates today.
Thank you, Commissioner Eccles. Anything else? Does any
Mi-
commissioner?
Mr. Chairman, if you don't mind, I also have a word.
Sure.
Thank you. So let me first start by thanking Tom Bond, the Utilities Director, and the legal staff, as well as Tom Newsom, for the hard work that you have put into this effort. I know that you have worked and proven your expertise as well as your ability with Georgia Power. And so I want to thank you all for your willingness to roll up your sleeves and do this good work. In addition to the great work of the staff and support by Georgia Power, as well as within our entire utility system across the state on the electric side, and the assistance and work of my fellow commissioners, one of the things that really makes this possible is the market structure of Georgia. When you consider for fact that we have seen repeatedly in the news every day for months, the increase in electricity prices across the country. Just last week, New York Governor Kathy Hochul tweeted that all residents of the state of New York have to turn their air conditioners up to 76. Meanwhile, they have had a $22 a month flat across the board increase in all of their electricity rates this year. Fox News reports that Illinois is seeing a 50% increase, 50% increase in electric utility rates. California instituted a fixed fee, regardless of usage, of $24 a month per household for every electric utility. The District of Columbia has an energy spot market price right now at $5 a kilowatt hour, which would cost you $500 just to charge a Tesla. These market constructs fly in the face of protecting ratepayers and ensuring a reliable and safe system. These market constructs continue to drive the cost up without control by the states, or in the case of the five of us, state elected constitutional officers. The other thing that this rate freeze does is it provides stability. It provides stability for Georgians, for residential ratepayers, for commercial and industrial ratepayers. It also provides market stability to Georgia Power as they go out and seek capital for new projects. I continuously enjoy working in this market construct and understand, as I am repeatedly told across this country, that what you have in Georgia is precious and you must defend it with everything you've got. Just yesterday, the Pennsylvania House of Representatives passed a bill to have Pennsylvania look at leaving the PJM market. We have multiple states, 4 to be exact, that are looking at leaving MISO. We continue to have to fight for the best affordable system that we can, but I always know that we're doing so with the insurance of providing one of the most reliable systems in the country, if not the most. So I want to thank staff, my fellow commissioners, and all involved in this, and look forward to working with you on more exciting and good ways for us to provide stability, affordability, and a safe, reliable system.
Thank you, Commissioner Pridemore.
Mr. Chairman, I can't sit silent. I've got to address this issue today. If you go back to the 22 rate case, I voted no on the 22 rate case for 2 reasons. The reasons was the ban. The ban broke what we had done traditionally over years with a 1% above and below the ROE. We moved it from a 10.5% to 11%, well, 10.9% ban. With that, moving forward with 3 automatic rate increases in 23, 24, and 25. And then to freeze the 25, as I voted yes on this rate case, on this issue, because it is good for the ratepayer to have this frozen for the next 3 years. I agree with that, and I applaud that. I applaud Georgia Power for helping us with it. But if you go back to the staff in 22, the staff recommended a different ROE than what the stipulation that this commission adopted in 22. So I didn't get a chance to, because of the lack of a second, to discuss my motion, but if my motion had passed, it would give an opportunity for additional rate relief for the ratepayer. It could be up to somewhere short of $300 million over the next period of time. Georgia Power has done well. They're one of the best utilities in this nation. I agree with that. Profit is not a dirty word in my vocabulary, but I can understand if you just do the math, why that if you show that you made over $2.5 billion profit last year and then go above the band again, that it's good to hold that for 3 more years. There's no problem there. I just want to do the math on what the rate, and I support the rate as we stand today, but I just wanted my point to be made. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Well, thank you, Commissioner. All right, any other matters to be taken up on the utility agenda? If not, we'll move on to administrative affairs agenda. We have a consent agenda for administrative affairs. Does any commissioner wish to hold any item or move it from the consent agenda to the regular agenda? If not, all in favor of approving the administrative affairs consent agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Administrative affairs consent agenda passes unanimously. Is there any other business to be taken up today? All right, if not, we're adjourned.